Now, staying chic without breaking the bank, that's the current challenge set for fashionistas. But all it takes is a dash of creativity and a couple of euros in the local haberdashery to transform your wardrobe staple into a unique, stylish look.
And stylist Courtney Smith is here now to show us how it's done. Welcome to the show, Courtney.
Thank you.
So you can visit your local haberdashery now. We're saying
Exactly.
where you went to...
I went to Studio 54 in Blackrock, and they had everything. It was like a little haven for me.
So you could bring in a little plain frock and they have all the bits and trimmings and bobs and they'll
Everything.
sew
They
it
have
all
loads of
on.
fabric as well, but you can just go in and take your pick from all the ribbons and buttons. And I went to Penny's just to get the plain stuff, and I brought it in, and we went through, like, there's so much stuff just to choose from.
You transformed stuff.
Transformed them.
Okay, your first one is a statement coat. Now, this is just a plain white coat.
Plain white coat from
I'm going to show
Penny's.
what you've done with it. I actually have the plain white coat right here, how it looks. If you want to just see, there's the coat as it looks on the model. There it is there. So it's just basically a plain white coat.
Yeah, plain white coat,
and you've
plastic
added
white
a bit
buttons.
of trim, a bit of...
Yeah, so it's just a little bit of blue ribbon, bit of detailing on it, and just sewed around the waistline and around the cuffs, and changed the buttons to really nice silver buttons.
It instantly looks so much more expensive.
So much more expensive.
Yeah.
And it, like, okay, the buttons are €1.10 each. But you wouldn't even have to put them on the inside ones. You'd only have to put them where they're seen.
Where they're seen.
And then
the ribbon?
The ribbon is $2.75 a metre, and I'd say I used about half a metre.
Yeah.
Sure, you've only paid 30 odd quid for the coat.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't even have to go buy the coat. Loads of people have these coats in their wardrobes already. It's something that they're
So if you
sitting
want to
there and they're
change
bored
something
with them.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, exactly. Something from last season that you're just a bit bored with and you want to jazz it up a little bit.
Very good. So, I mean, there's lots of places around. I know there's trimmings and...
Hickeys and all
Hickeys
those.
do it, yeah.
Hickeys do loads of that type of stuff. So you can, like, there's
You can
loads
go
of places
anywhere,
around the
exactly.
country.
To be honest, Studio 54 has the most variety I've ever
best selection.
seen. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Must go in.
So now we have Orla, and she's wearing the MAC. And again, what we did was we just changed the buttons on the MAC.
So there's the plain.
Very plain.
It's just a plain MAC with some black buttons.
Yeah.
And you've changed them to gold.
Yeah, really. Again, it makes it look so much more
Such
expensive.
a simple thing, but you've
So
changed
simple.
it completely.
Yeah, you wouldn't realise, and put tiny little bits of detail on the top,
the shoulders.
there on the shoulders, like little epaulets, and then we just changed
Big
the buckles
buckle belt,
to big
yeah.
gold
and
ones.
and you've put it on the sleeves as well, the
Yeah.
big buckles. Lift your arm up for 1 second, then we'll just see. Look at the buckle on that as well.
So how much were they? The buckles were...
The buckles came at $2.50.
$2.50.
Which is, just 2 or 3 buckles.
And the gold buttons?
The buttons are only 50 cents each.
And they'll do it all for you in studio. If I went in there and said, here's the coat, I like those buttons, they make it
They'll
happen.
do it for you. They do all the alterations. Like, obviously, you can buy them and do it yourself if you're that way inclined.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to sew, or you don't want to pick
not
up
the
a needle,
best,
or you're
yeah.
a bit
But
lazy,
if you're a bit artistic,
yeah.
but you don't know how
we
to
actually
sew.
have a red dress underneath that as well that we've changed.
Yeah,
for the
this is the simple red dress here.
Again from Penny's.
So again from there we have it there. So basically it's a simple red dress,
Very
nothing
simple,
on
it's
it.
nice.
Look what
And
you've
look
done.
what you've done
Yeah.
with it.
That's
and
brilliant.
it's so easy. Like, just 2 little strips of, the fabric.
And you'd probably have to get that done by somebody in like...
Well, this is the thing. Like, if you don't know how to sew, they also have... There's 2 different ways you can do it. They've got a thing called Bondo Web, which is the hemming
Oh, yeah,
thing.
I use
It's
that all the
iron, which is
time, yeah.
brilliant. You can actually use it for doing that. And they also have, if you're really lazy, they've got fabric glue, which works apparently amazingly. Like, it won't last quite as long every time you machine wash it. But, if you're really lazy, a bit of fabric glue.
And
away you go.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Now look what you've done here, because this dress is very plain, very simple. There it is there,
Little black
literally
dress.
a little black plain dress.
Yeah.
But if you look what you've done with it, just very simply, the little detail
Yeah,
around the collar and around the bottom.
Yeah, it's kind of like a modern take on a Chanel dress. Got the little bit of the lace, but with the orange. We just put it on the bit of the cap sleeves, around the neck, and along the hemline, and then just a big orange ribbon wrapped it around the middle.
This is a great idea for people going into the party season and you don't want to go out and buy new dresses.
Exactly.
Had to revamp. Well, get a new
Everybody
dress
has a
out of an
little
old
black
dress. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And so many, like, I went for orange, but they have every colour under the sun there, so it's just pick and choose.
And when you've had it all put on, could you get it all taken off again and put something else back on?
I mean, you could. Well, you'll actually see on the last dress I show later on, we've actually put what we've put on. We've done it with poppers, so it's
So you can take
completely
it off.
removable.
Oh, right.
So there's different ways to do everything.
a great
They're really
idea.
talented in there. So if you go in and ask them what your options are, they'll help you out.
Is it a big shop?
It's big enough. It goes out the back. They've got they actually stock all the old Chanel and Louis Vuitton. They stock all the fabric as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
amazing.
so here we go. Another plain dress. This time it's in silver. Very,
Yeah.
very plain, as you can see. But if you look and show what you've done with it here.
Yeah, so we've put the little bits of velvet trimming just down the edge. So it's actually the same dress as the black one, just a completely different way of how you can do it. So that little purple velvet, which is really key this season. And then just the tiny little silver flowers.
That must have cost, because that would be like a couple of quid a metre for that velvet.
Yeah,
and then the little bows.
Exactly. The bows are only 90 cent each, and the velvet ribbon is 85 cent a metre.
Metre.
And how much would they charge if they did that?
Sew it
Like, how
on.
much? Yeah.
It depends on what it is, but
Okay.
something like that I can't imagine costing more than, €10.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can transform a dress for literally €20.
Jeez, I'm getting
Yeah.
inspired
Party
here. I'm
season.
thinking of all the dresses I
And
have at
just go
home.
Exactly,
in
what you
and
can
go
do with
change
them.
that.
Yeah, go in with them all and go make them different.
Change them, please.
This is brilliant. It's
great
and it's great,
idea.
especially but even for people who are creative and want to have an outlet for that creativity.
Exactly, yeah. And it's just, you're not going to walk down the street and someone's going to be wearing the same thing, so that's...
Yeah.
Okay, we've a little plain dress here and a little plain jacket. You see, it's just a plain black jacket over a plain lime dress, and look
Yep.
what you've done with it.
So the jacket there, it's like everyone has a black blazer, in their wardrobe. And what we've done is we've just got a little bit of silver piping and put it along the outside, and a little bit, I don't know if you can pick up the black strip of sequins just there. And then we've changed the buttons really subtly, but they've got a little bit of a glitz in them. So it just makes it look a bit more expensive. Exactly. And then with the dress, we've simply just sewn on a few little flowers, and
That's
it changes.
so simple.
So simple.
I mean,
Anyone can do
anybody
that.
could do that.
Anyone can do that.
Literally.
Exactly.
Even
Yeah.
I'd have a go at the flowers now.
Yeah.
So three
3 flowers.
placed strategically.
See, you have to have the eye. But I suppose if you don't, they will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't put
they'll
it
help
here
you.
and here.
No, that one
No
won't do it.
tassels here. I love the
Very
jacket.
good.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
This is the best lot we've done in ages.
Your final
it's real
one.
make and do,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
fun. It's
Yeah,
good.
remember
Yeah.
Mary making 2
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah. She's too young, probably.
Okay,
then we
so
have-
we have the final black dress
Yeah,
here. Oh,
so
this is
again,
the one
plain
that you
black
said
dress.
you've
Look,
done.
Yeah.
Courtney,
I
this is
know.
brilliant.
So this is one that you could actually do office to an event. Really, really simple. We sewed a few poppers onto the sleeve and then put the poppers onto the feathers. And so it can actually be completely removed. So you could actually wear that dress to the office, and if you had an event to go to straight away, with a bit of difficulty or
Very
someone's
good.
help,
Well,
you
yeah.
just pop
Just
them off.
pop them off.
So you can see one side is the going to an event, and the other side is just at the office.
Brilliant.
Really simple, and you can't even tell that the poppers are there.
And how much are they, the feathers?
The feathers, the strip feathers now, a bit more expensive. For a metre, it's €16, but we only use the third, like not even a
Half
third of a metre.
But when you're getting everything from pennies, it's only like,
Exactly. Or I'm sure most people have a dress like that at
Yeah,
home. They
yeah.
can do
Give
that
us
too.
the name of the shop again.
It's Studio 54
Studio
in
54
Blackrock.
in Blackrock.
Yes, definitely worth a
the
visit.
The number's been on the screen, but as we said, hickeys, trimmings, all around
They
the
all
country
do
there's
it. Just get a
haberdashery.
bit creative.
Most big department stores have great haberdashery
Exactly,
departments.
yeah, and it's just, I think it's a good outlet for people to, be a bit creative, have a bit of fun, and also, look
Change
different.
up the
Exactly,
wardrobe,
you won't
though.
look the same as everyone else walking down Grafton Street, so it's good.
Great
And
lines.
you don't have to spend a fortune on a whole new wardrobe.
Exactly, yeah.
I loved that slot. I'm going into Studio 54.
Good.
All my old autumn winter
my job.
clothes.
They're all coming out
Make
getting
them
a
new.
revamp. Say, there's, I'm giving you 200 quid, make them all new.
I would do that, though. But
That's easy.
there we go.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
for that.
Courtney.
Thank you.